Okay, so I thought I'd make a quick video about clarifying how things organized in the class right now. I didn't realize that the checklist that I had was hidden. That's what I hate about this. It's kind of hard for me to see what you see. So what I originally had was like modules per week with a checklist per week, but because of the way checklists are made, I can make one big list and then it has sublists. I'll make sublists per week. I changed it. So it's easier to read. It's harder to read the other way. So if you ignore the announcement, I mean, that'll get you right to it. But just in general, for future reference, it's under content. It's kind of like where it was, all the stuff was before. If you click on content and then go to task list by weeks, what I did was I hid everything that we had done before our break. So if you need it, it's still there. You know, just expand and go look at it. But everything for the rest of the class, including what started last week, will be in this. Or I had different names for it. I called it the pandemic weekly tasks, whatever. But this is for like everything since all this crisis started. If you click on here, you'll see it open up, and it's by weeks. So before I had like sublists for like just studying and then assignments, but everything's together under the week now. So I've got the stuff that I think you should do before you like do the lab, which will be read the chapter that's associated with it, and then watch the video lessons that I've made. Then you have the lab. There's other supplemental material. I'll figure out how to work that in, but it's not like essential for you to do the work. It's just to help out. So I'll show you what I mean there. If you go back to content, I moved the videos over into the video lessons tab, and all the video lessons will be here for the rest of the semester. And then if I have like any other things, there's some stuff from before that's like scattered up here. But if I have any other like resources, I'll try to plug them in and maybe give a hint from the list to go look at them here. I think what I have here already. So for what week 10, for instance, I probably ought to make a link to that. This is not required, but these are some good resources that I found myself about how to do this PLC SQL stuff. I will give you a hint about the video lessons. What I did for week 10, let me find that, is I kind of did the lab but used different tables. So if you pay attention really closely to the code, I know if you kind of just listen, you should be able to learn some things, but if you actually like maybe like follow along with the code and maybe save it and then tweak it a bit, you should be able to do all these labs, because they're, I'm not going to say they're exactly the same, but they're very similar. Also understand, because of all the confusion, that some of these labs might be turned in late. I'll be reasonable about that, but I can't have a bunch to grade at the end of the semester, so try to stay on track as much as you can.